Dear students, let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 21st May 2016. The first article is related to the recent assembly elections, and an analysis is given on Tamil Nadu and West Bengal in Hindu. So if you take the Tamil Nadu elections, so after 3 decades, the Jayalalitha was able to overcome the incumbency factor and took the power again. So in these circumstances, why DMK has really lost the elections? Now, the opposition disunity, a third front was appearing promising before the elections, but just before a week, it totally fizzled out. Even its chief ministerial candidate, Captain Vijaykanth, he lost the election. Now, in India, if a mighty party has to be or else overcome in elections, the oppositional unity has worked many a times. Now, if you take Congress, in 1977, when Janata was supposed to overcome the Congress legacy, all the political fronts, all the opposition political parties, they have come together. So if you take Bihar, Mahagathbandhan, it is also about the unity of the political parties to overcome the BJP. Though it is not opposition over here, it is more about getting or else cutting down the BJP or getting over the tide of the BJP. But however, if take West Bengal or if you take the Tamil Nadu issue, the major challenge is about loss of this unity among the opposition parties. Now, the second thing is the dynasty politics. Now, if you take Tamil Nadu, the DMK party is more known for its dynasty politics. So, the Mr. Stalin and Alagiri, the two sons of Mr. Karunanidhi, they have internal feuds, and Mr. Alagiri has worked against the party in the south. So this also has led to the loss of DMK. So dynasty politics, people are not really interested towards the dynasty politics in India, and a sentiment is growing against the dynasty politics, either it is Congress or DMK, and Jayalalitha and Mamata's victory, if you see, there are no dynasty politics over here. Even in Assam, Tarun Gogai's son was brought in as a new youth leader. So slowly people are developing that disinterest, dislike towards the dynasty politics. And the next is the DMK, the party is, is been suffering from the legacy of corruption, the 2G spectrum scam, etc. And next is the governance and populism of Jayalalitha also favored to her. It means this, the freebies which are being given by Jayalalitha and promises being properly implemented with regard to the freebies and improving the delivery system through proper governance, all these played a definite role with regard to the re-election of Ms. Jayalalitha. But however, DMK was also able to improve its tally, and it means that a strong opposition is going to function in Tamil Nadu, which will improve the accountability in the government. And coming to this West Bengal, so the Congress and the left front, that is Communist Party of India, Marxists, they are in alliance. But however, both the parties, they were unable to explain what this alliance mean. So that has made the cadres of both the parties weak and unenthusiastic about the coalition. Even Manik Sarkar, the Tripura chief minister, was not willing to campaign for this particular coalition. And the second thing is, there are certain innovative programs which are being taken up by Mamata Banerjee, especially the recruitment of police constables from the locals in Jangal Mahal, and also emphasis on education and 2 rupees kg rice, that is welfareistic tendencies, and better delivery systems also have worked in favor of the Mamata Banerjee. So in Jayalalitha case, it can be more seen as a loss of DMK. In West Bengal, it can be more seen as a victory of Mamata Banerjee and her programs. And also, the Communist Party and its cadres, they are unable to explain their ideological stand when they came to an alliance with the Congress. The second thing is, in 1969 and 17, the Communist parties have come close to Congress. Then, during Indira Gandhi time, then also West Bengal was at closure to collapse, because the people in West Bengal see left parties as ideological parties. The same stature is not enjoyed by the Congress. So in this context, the alliance is more seen as an alliance of two unlikes. So that is the reason for its loss in West Bengal. But however, the populistic policies are well and good, but the fiscal deficit is growing. Now, if you take the West Bengal, the debt to GDP ratio, it has touched 35%, which is highest. So it means that the populist programs in Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, they are taking a toll on the long-term fiscal probability of the government. Now, coming to the Nepal. Now, SLMM, now let's take a brief history before going into this. So you know that the 2007, after this revolution, Jan Andolan movement, an agreement was reached between the political parties. In that, the Madhesis and Janajatis were promised proportional representation to the size of the population. And later interim constitution also has given due importance to this. But however, the present constitution failed to provide or stand to their aspirations. So for this, all the Madheshi and Janajati political parties have come together under one umbrella called as SLMM, Samyukta Loktantrik Madhesi Morcha, that is SLMM. Now, previously, this SLMM's major action was at Girbanj, where the flow of the goods and services from India to Nepal were halted. Now they have shifted their focus of action to the capital, that is to Kathmandu. So in this, what will happen because of this? Now, as per the new constitutional framework, provincial and local elections have to be held this year. If they can't be held this year, then again the country moves back into the pre-constitutional days. And second is political instability. So last week already we saw that the Prachanda, he started moving close to the Nepali Congress, and then the KP Sharma Oli government was almost at the verge of collapse. Finally, the somersaulting of Mr. Prachanda has led to the saving of the KP Sharma Oli government. And the third thing is earthquake, post-earthquake reconstruction is getting delayed because of this political instability. So it means now what is required is an immediate attention or addressing the concerns of the Madhesis. Now, coming to West Bengal, the Yechuri's historical blunder. So in 1969 and 17, when communists lost their significance in West Bengal, the major challenge was this. It is Indira Gandhi. Now, because of the S.A. Dange and other people have promoted the close association with Indira Gandhi for the communists. So, but however, now it is the Yechuri which made communists to move close to Congress, which has led to their historical failure. So, this need to be addressed. And coming to the day and nights in Kathmandu, already I have discussed this issue for you. Now, US-Iran, a reapproachment is a settled matter, or else is not a settled matter. What does that mean? Now see, though the nuclear deal has happened, it did not provide for a solution, or else it did not bring the United States and Iran close together as expected. So why? One is, Iran is still a declared terrorist state by the United States, and there are no diplomatic engagements which are established. And in Iran political establishment, the religious head is more powerful politically compared to the president. So Mr. More than Rouhani, it is Kamite, that is, who is the political religious head, is powerful. And he is very apprehensive about the relations with United States. The same is the case with the conservatives in United States of America. And after that, regionally, the Saudi Arabia and Israel, they are opposed with the relations, with the growing relations of US with Iran. But however, the precarious situation in West Asia now makes US to engage with Iran one or the other way. Now coming to Modi's next itinerary, first visit is for the Iran. So it is Chabahar Port Agreement, where the Chabahar port, Jahedan, Jaranj, this particular corridor is going to provide an access through sea to the Afghanistan. So it means India will have a credible alternative way to reach out to Afghanistan. And a trilateral Iran-India-Afghanistan agreement is on cards. And added to this, there are Farzad B gas fields. India is going to look into these Farzad B gas fields too. And the $6.5 billion India has to pay to the Iran in return to the oil imports and which were not paid due to the economic sanctions is also being cleared now. So the decks are cleared for this. So these are the few benefits which we are seeing in this area. So these are the things which we can expect in the next visit. Now added to that, the Prime Minister is also going to visit Afghanistan, where he will inaugurate the Salma Dam, which was built with India's help. And then it will be to Qatar. In the Qatar, Doha, so the 65% of India's imports of liquefied natural gas is from Doha. So the energy will be the major front of cooperation with Doha. And finally, United States to give a farewell to President Obama. And they have initiated in January when President Obama came to India, the taking forward of the nuclear deal. But no agreement was signed till date. So in this visit, it is expected that a commercial agreement will be signed in establishing the nuclear reactors. And the second thing is, India will also close the logistics agreement. So what this logistics exchange memorandum of agreement does, it tries to provide for an exchange or else Indian defense establishments accessible to United States in need of hour, and it will also be closed in this present visit of Prime Minister Modi. Coming to the competition, the market economy. Market economy is all about competition, innovation, choice, customer friendliness or customer centricity. But if you take the public transport, the railway services, or else if you take the local urban transport services or distribution companies of the electricity, they are still the government monopolies. The advantages of the market economy are not perceived in these areas. So the finance minister pushed for the market economy reforms in these areas too. Now coming to corruption. So any person who is charged under the Prevention of Corruption Act, so who is facing a prosecution, he will not come under the amnesty which was given for 4 months for the disclosure of the undisclosed money by the finance ministry. So this is what is clarified by the finance ministry. And the gene database of Indians. What does this mean? Now, this gene sequencing is necessary to study about the Indians and their various diseases, gene patterns, etc. Now, the breast cancer, BR means breast, CA means cancer, BRCA1 and BRCA2. These are the reasons for the breast cancer. But however, all the people who has these genes, they don't get the cancer. So it only increases the susceptibility to cancer. What are the reasons for this genetic variability? If you want to understand, we shall understand this gene sequencing. Now, there is a private company that is called MedGenome. It is building the gene database of Indians, which will help or open new avenues for research in India. Now, coming to the Indian Express economy part. So, with regard to the new rules with regard to genetic engineering and genetically modified crops, they say that if, for example, I have a patent onto a particular new variety of cotton, so another person can apply for me to do or to replicate the seed. So I am a licensor and some person who is a licensee has applied for that. So when he applied for that, I have 30 days to give the permission. So if not, I respond in 30 days, automatically this licensee will get permission to produce that seed. So it means that the compulsory licensing, what is meant by compulsory licensing? If a product is patented Under exceptional circumstances, that is public health concerns, etc., government can give other producer to make that particular patented product. But here, government is making it as a rule. So in this case, the IPR policy which is recently announced, it is against to this. That is what it has been criticized. And the next is, with regard to the GM cotton, so the government has taken exceptional step. It has fixed the royalty on the seeds. The royalty shall not cross the 10% of the total cost of the seed. And the total cost of the seed is also fixed by the government. And after 2 years, in the royalty, there will be reduction of 10%. So it means it is becoming a disincentive for the large multinational corporations to come and invest in the research and development of the various kinds of the seeds. That is one criticism. But on the other side, it will make the cheaper seeds available or technology available to the people. So this is what is the discussion over here. So thank you very much. All the best.